Warning. Warning. You are entering a territory far from your safe space. You must turn back now, or you will become informed. Go. Now.
They attacked a food stand owner and her daughter.
He's saying this is all part of the system, and I know nothing about it because I'm not black.
If it wasn't for him, I believe they would kill everybody.
What we can tell you is that they are acquaintances and had seen each other on several occasions.
Police in Ben Salem have arrested a woman for leaving 10,000 units of heroin on school property.
Because of all of the threats that was all over social media stating that the both of us need to be hanged like the old days.
7 Skyforce capturing wheelies in the middle of I-95.
Just imagine if I had. Police saying all of it started after these two armed men forced their way into a house trying to rob it and got into a shootout with a man inside.
Her roommate was using social media dating apps to meet men and presumably have sex.
His empty cruiser targeted. One guy takes a peek inside, then another guy starts jumping on his trunk.
He posed as a customer, then pulled out a gun and demanded the money in the register.
They say she admitted the bag was hers and told police she accidentally left it at the school.
The bike reported stolen.
Just imagine if I had.
Damn!
Now YouTube censored.
I'm mad as hell right now. Yes, I am.
Viewer discretion is advised. Mama Black.
This program contains language and sequences some viewers may find disturbing.
Two suspects in Appling County assault case will spend years in prison now. It's a case that got worldwide attention after we showed you this security footage back in June. They attacked a food stand owner and her daughter after they complained the food was cold. Bureau Chief Dal Kennedy has been following the story from the beginning, and he was in court for the end.
Eric Smith and his wife Latasha came to court asking for a lenient sentence after they pled guilty to assault and child cruelty. Victims in this assault, captured by security cameras, testified to the lasting impacts the attack has had on them.
The two of you not only affected our lives, but the lives of our family and my employees. The two of you took away the trust I have in people.
Latasha Smith stood accused of assault and Eric Smith of child cruelty for striking then 15-year-old McKidian Norris, who said she's now apprehensive about being around people, worried about being attacked again.
One day, I'll forgive you, Eric, but that day won't be anytime soon.
Eric Smith offered to apologize to the Norrises in court, but prosecutors said that could only come from the witness stand, and he'd be open to cross-examination. Smith declined. But his wife took the stand and initially apologized, then said Jeanette Norris berated them when they complained about their food, called them racial slurs, and slammed Latasha's hand in the drive-through window. As for why the Smiths stayed on the run for weeks before surrendering,
because of all of the threats that was all over social media stating that the both of us need to be hanged like the old days.
That's the violent end to a high-speed chase, an officer in the direct path of danger, and a suspect with a history of attacking police. Months later, that same man, DeBrett Black, was arrested for killing a trooper on Thanksgiving Day.
And tonight, as we're seeing that dash cam video for the first time, we're getting more answers on why Black was allowed back on the streets. News 8's Tanya Iser reports.
In many ways, it seems like DeBrett Black was on a collision course to kill a cop. In 2015, Black viciously beat a Smith County deputy and tried to take his gun.
Just imagine if I had some weapons.
And in new police video obtained by News 8, we see the moment police leads officers on a high-speed chase this past July.
He's in the opposite lane with no lights on.
Watch as Black veers off the road and rams into a deputy's Tahoe.
Get out of the car! Put your hands up! Put your hands up!
I seen him come around the corner and I gunned it to get off the road and he turned off his lights, swerved, and hit me.
The crash was so severe, rescuers had to cut the deputy out of the crushed SUV.
He's saying this is all part of the system, and I know nothing about it because I'm not black.
Paul and Jess, you can see the crime scene tape, just a little bit of it is up in that tree up there in front of this house. And now we're learning some brand new details about what led up to all of this morning.
An overnight shootout inside of a Del City home, leaving 3 people shot and a woman dead. Police saying all of it started after these 2 armed men forced their way into a house trying to rob it and got into a shootout with a man inside. Both suspects, now identified as brothers Darius and Sharon Jackson, were shot during the gunfire and taken into custody with non-life-threatening injuries.
And Mesa man is behind bars tonight after police say he shot and killed a woman detectives believe he met on a dating website. Team 12's Charlie Edsity is in Tempe with new details from investigators.
Tempe police telling us 20-year-old Ijane Anals died from a gunshot wound to the chest. Her body found at the Ramada Inn off Scottsdale Road in North Tempe. And the gunman, well, detectives point to 20-year-old Andrew James Kerr, now charged with first-degree murder.
What we can tell you is that they are acquaintances and had seen each other on several occasions.
And the woman's roommate says she came back to their room on Monday and made that gruesome discovery, immediately calling police and also sharing that her roommate was using social media dating apps to meet men and presumably have sex.
Police on the hunt for a repeat robber tonight. Surveillance video captured him holding up a Shell gas station on Red Road and West 4th Avenue in Hialeah. This was on December 29th. He posed as a customer, then pulled out a gun and demanded the money in the register. Detectives say the same crook robbed a nearby Speedway 25 minutes later and robbed a Hialeah check cashing store last night.
Disturbing video showing a special education reading teacher repeatedly kicking one of her students.
This is my baby.
Mom Sabrina Berry couldn't believe the shocking surveillance video.
Furious. I can't curse, but I would like to. It pisses you off.
The incident taking place last month at Cabarrus Charter School Upper in Concord, but is just now coming to light. Berry says she found out about this days later, not from the school, but from her 11-year-old son, Garrett.
She threw me to the ground and she started kicking me.
The video showing teacher Helena Hunter kicking the 6th grader who's lying on the floor at least twice. He says he was hit between 5 and 10 times.
I was just hurting a lot.
Garrett has attention deficit disorder. He says he was having trouble with a test and out of frustration began touching his teacher's hair. A school official says he was pulling on it and cursing.
Police in Ben Salem have arrested a woman for leaving 10,000 units of heroin on school property. Natasha Willis was charged with possession with intent to deliver narcotics and other offenses. A suspicious backpack was found in a parking lot at Cecilia Cinder Middle School back on December 20th. Police were called and discovered it contained 4 bricks of heroin inside. The street value for the drugs was estimated by police at $100,000.
The wheels up, guns down ride fueling chaos across South Florida. Just one station with exclusive video of some riders causing trouble at a gas station. Police taking this very seriously.
Reckless ride tearing through busy South Florida streets and highways. 7 Skyforce capturing wheelies in the middle of I-95. It has become an annual event. Hundreds of riders from across the country protesting against gun violence during the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday weekend.
Police promising to crack down on anyone who breaks the law this weekend. Tonight, Team Ann Keel is live in Miami Gardens with more.
Well, Miami Gardens police are looking for 2 men who they say broke the law, one daring enough to jump up and down on a police cruiser. Only on 7, bad behavior caught on camera. A Miami Gardens police sergeant runs after a biker in a large group accused of riding recklessly. His empty cruiser targeted. One guy takes a peek inside, then another guy starts jumping on his trunk, both getting away before the sergeant could get back to his car.
If pot makes one so mellow, and blacks love weed, then why is there so much black violence?
And as always, thank you for watching. If you like this video, please consider subscribing. Also follow us on the usual media for more interesting information like this.
So tolerant.
Fight their asses.